Good morning and welcome to Tom and Shane Live. Here we are again. It's another Tuesday. The Tuesday is the worst day of the week, Shane. I mean, there's no real reason for Tuesday at all. There's, I mean, it's like Monday 2.0.
Yeah, but for us, it's wonderful because you know what news we didn't catch up on Friday for the
Yeah,
weekend. You got a blast of the review from the Friday news that say always dump because
yeah,
and
yeah,
then you get your Sunday show news and
yeah,
football, and then is there still Monday Night Football? I didn't even check. I don't
yeah.
even
There is. Yeah,
is it? Oh,
Washington beat the Seahawks last night, so.
no, there you go.
Well, and that brings up a very good point, Shane, because what we want to talk about is Black Friday racist. And we want to talk about things just being racist in general. And and last night's Monday Night Football game was a absolute testament to racism in America because the Washington Redskins did not play. The Washington Football Club played. What a ripoff. For 100 years, over 100 years, I think they've been the Redskins.
Of
Who
course.
cares? Who cares?
Yeah, it's one of these actual stupidity complexes that we find ourselves awash in to misdirect everything else that's going on, and try to control the 24-hour news cycle. And this is a great one because one party figures it's the best thing to follow because it's always worked for them, and the other party keeps trying to talk about other things that we have to deal with, but it's the American people that have it figured out. And it's interesting though because the NFL ratings are down again this year. They are.
Well, they
So
are. Yeah.
that's it.
Well, the reason I thought of this topic today is somebody called our Saturday show, if you remember, Shane, and they were talking about how come there isn't any white sales anymore in January. Every January, department stores had white sales for bedding and sheets and pillowcases and all that stuff.
Well, I'm
And
just glad 3 years ago we pegged the saying, "It's ours." I wish it had gone viral.
yeah,
That Black Fridays matter,
right.
and we didn't even get a bend back on it. I
I
mean,
know. Yeah.
so do Black Fridays matter? Well, in a traditional term, it does, but it was never meant to be a racist statement. It
Yeah.
was just like you said,
Mhm.
it's derived from the balance sheet. If
Yeah.
you're
It's
in
an
the
accounting
black,
term.
it's an accounting term. If you're in the black, you're making money, baby. And we
Yep.
all know between the day after Thanksgiving till Christmas, it's basically 30 days.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest time of the year for the retail industry is those
Yeah. Yeah.
30
Many
days.
people make their profit for the year during those
That's
roughly
absolutely
30
correct.
days or so. Yeah.
That's
It's,
right.
it's, yeah. Well, I don't know that anybody has bitched about Black Friday, calling it Black Friday, but we're seeing race everywhere. Even in the Rittenberg or Rittenhouse trial.
Trial. Yes.
Uh,
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
four white guys, and he's a white supremacist. So
Well, it's a donkey show. It's just a donkey show because when was the last time you heard any of the networks and cable, shows in your country mention Black Lives Matter? I mean, it's been months. I mean, it's almost getting on to a year that
yeah,
no one's talking about how much money they have. No companies are donating to them. It's sort of like the Clinton Foundation, up until the time she lost in 2016, millions were flowing into the Clinton Foundation. Now, because of course, their annual expenses, darn thing's just about bankrupt.
yeah.
But yeah, the only comment you get in the media about Black Lives Matter is the real estate they're buying. Oh, that does a lot for the inner city and blacks in urban cities in your country.
Yeah.
It's a fallacy. It's a joke. And I'd love to see the balance sheet of consultants of all these ministers, that go around your country, pronosticating about Black lives. It's a sad venue for
Yeah.
people to watch.
Well, the only Black Lives Matter that I've seen recently is the guy in New York that said if they go back to undercover cops, the Black Lives Matter guy says, oh, there's going to be blood in the streets. And yeah, for enforcing the law. And I don't know, Shane.
Yeah, and it's a black guy complaining to a black guy who's been elected mayor
Yeah.
on the premise of more police to protect black people.
Yeah.
Wow. Does this fit my notion that the African Americans in America, they're overrepresented. The Hispanics now are the largest minority by far because of principally because of abortion. I mean, we talk about this all the time. I mean, the African American minority would be larger, but for abortion. Yeah. And so, they don't want to lose that seat because, right now the Democrats are trying to keep a hold of their vote. And amazingly enough, I find is that they haven't turned their back like they do on everyone, throw the African American under the bus and start chiming about the Hispanics, and because that's the vote they're going to want.
Yeah, I no longer use the term African American. If someone were to call me a German American, I would correct them. No, just because a couple people did a horizontal bump in some country centuries ago, that has nothing to do with me. I was born here. My father was born here. My grandfather was born here. I'm an American, not a hyphenated. I'm not hyphenated at all.
Yeah, I would rate a double I Canadian, Italian Irish. So there you go,
yeah,
double I.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
All this crap. Like I said earlier before we got started, changing the Cleveland Indians to the Cleveland Guardians and the Redskins to the football club. And what about the Kansas City Chiefs and the Atlanta Braves or Milwaukee Braves, if you want to go way back in time? Are they under the gun? Is the tomahawk chop? Are they going to start hauling people out of the stadium for doing the tomahawk chop?
Hey, Eagleman, you got to give sports in America credit. All right, how to destroy a brand in less than a year.
Oh,
they watched Hollywood do this for the last 4 or 5 years, really bad. 10 years ago, it started to destroy their brand. The people that go to the movies, no recognition. The movies that people go to, no recognition. And let's keep supporting these B, C movies. I mean, like not A-level movies, level B, level C. And and I'm not talking cup size here, okay? I'm just talking movies. And and then the sports in your country come along and go, oh, well, why not? We can afford to destroy our brand.
Yeah.
It's like as if COVID wasn't enough to hurt it. They have to pile on. It's race baiting. And, we've discussed this, 72% of your principal sports, basketball, baseball, and football, 72% of the players are black. Yeah. 72%. Mm-hmm. Like, how ridiculous is this? It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's, I don't know, Shane. I hear math is racist. Voting is racist.
Reading's got to be now.
Climate change is racist.
It's all racist. Yeah. It's all one thing. Yeah.
Well, has playing the race card just lost its clout? In other words, if you're losing an argument, you just throw race in and you win. Is that how it works?
No, I think it's a lot. That you're giving it too much credit. Race is now expanded away from the particular individual minority concept to the general concept. So when they say race now, they're talking about everyone. They're talking about the whole world. Yeah. We got to save the planet. There's 7.7, billion people on the planet. So the human race, that's what they're talking. They're not talking about minorities. They're just generalizing. And people are tired of it. They figured this one out. I mean, like Americans, I don't know. I don't remember who said it. It was Churchill, I think. Americans don't get it right away, but when they do, they get it right.
Yeah, that's for sure. We don't get it right away.
No, but when you get it right, it's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Our last election proved that.
Oh, yeah, and we're having fun for it.
Well, yeah,
Like I heard a commentator say this weekend that as of now, Jimmy Carter's got to be the happiest living president because he's now number 2 on the list of worst for presidents.
yeah,
Like I
yeah,
don't know if that's a big move from first to second place,
yeah,
but
yeah. Biden and Obama are in a race for second place. So
yeah, Biden gets the copper medal, and
yeah,
the Jimmy Carter gets the tin medal, and
mhm,
then
yeah,
whoever's they're going to consider for third place will get an aluminum medal or something. I don't
yeah,
know.
something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, there's aluminum shortage. All the aluminums in boats off the California coast somewhere.
yeah, it's pretty remarkable considering it's the most abundant metal on the planet, aluminum.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you know.
Well, that's why it's first choice for cans, I guess. So anyway,
Well, the only problem with it is the amount of electricity that's needed to produce it.
yeah.
It's
Well,
you're going to see as you start having brownouts across your country, it's coming. Your
no,
grid's at 105%. They'll stop producing aluminum just to
yeah,
be able to get more power for the charge your car.
yeah. What is wrong with you? You can't say brownout. That's racist. What is
Okay,
what's your problem?
beige out then. Well, I'll call it a beige out.
Well, what are you talking about? Egyptians?
Yeah. Oh, sand people. We don't call them Egyptians. We call them sand people now.
Sand people. That's not racist at all.
Not
Well,
at all. They
yeah.
live in the dunes. It's like a movie, so it's safe.
They should be doing people.
That's right. Very good, Eagle Man. That's good.
Anyway. Well, I everywhere I look, I hear race. It doesn't matter what the topic is. It could be rutabagas, and there's something wrong with, if you're only a certain class of people eat rutabagas, that's racist.
That's right. It's a sad commentary when even vegetables are accused of it.
Well,
Like,
that's true.
I
Yeah,
mean, they can't even speak for themselves.
yeah,
Well, how fair is it that someone's or something is deemed racist and it can't even be represented well?
yeah. Well,
Oh
exactly
wait,
right.
no, no, broccoli had a problem with one of your presidents. Remember?
Well, that's true. Yeah, yeah. We can't have broccoli. That's for sure. That's bad. So. Well, I don't know, Shane. I just see race around every corner. Almost every social media post has something about race in it, and they spin it to their own agenda. That somebody from one of my Facebook friends posted this morning saying, "I'm so glad that I belong to a party that doesn't consider Rittenhouse a hero." I don't know that anybody considers him a hero, but they certainly consider that no one was in that jury room, no one was in the courthouse, no one was there that night that is commenting on this
Oh,
guy.
I know.
And uh, nobody seemed to have any problem with the Aubrey decision.
Of course
That
not.
was obviously some kind of, well, I don't even know if that was racist or not. These guys went to this cop and they said, yeah, this guy broke in, or they gave a description of a guy that broke in. They were going to make a citizen's arrest, and whether or not that was legal or not is a whole other question. But I don't know that they were out looking for a black guy that
Well,
night just to
the amazing thing is you look at Africa.
yeah.
Okay, this is great. Now, as of last week, 12 leaders in the last 30 years are now under indictment in court or in house arrest. Black leaders of 12 different countries that stole billions from the country for their own personal use.
Mm-hmm.
And so don't they qualify as being racist against their own people? Like, why isn't someone talking about it? Like, come on.
Yeah.
It's a sad situation that you find the world in when it's almost predictable. It's a characteristic of man's greed, but they want to talk about white greed. White greed? People wouldn't be eating right now if it wasn't for white greed.
Probably right there. So, well, I guess our final question, Shane, what is racism? Does anyone know anymore? Racism seems to morph into bigotry more than more than race.
That's right. A person that's intolerable of another person's point of view. We've said
Yeah.
that. You and I have called this out now for 2 years. It's
Mhm.
all bigotry, has nothing to do with race.
Yep.
And all these commentaries and all these people and talking heads and all these they're all bigots because they have a one-sided point of view and they have no way to be tempered by their
Mhm.
lack of temperance or tolerance.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a
Well,
pretty good statement.
the very term Black Lives Matter is a bigatory term.
Of course it
I'm
is. Yeah.
intolerant of any other life mattering. Or is that right? Is mattering a word?
Hey, listen, I have personal experience and good cause to be a racist, but I'm not. I held back on it, when I was in high school from turning on that and attribute it to a lack of knowledge and low income and desperation. But now, here I am, 66, and I'm looking what's going on in the world and particularly in North America, and I am going, this is all to maintain your own self-importance. That's all this is. Just,
Yeah.
it's narcissism on a whole new level, big guy.
Yeah. Well, and it all comes down to politics as it always does.
That's right.
The other thing about this deal is the Olympics being in China.
Oh,
And they've got deals with the NBA. They've got deals with all these companies, and they got the Uyghurs in concentration camps in China.
dying.
What's the deal here? I mean, if they're, I mean, would China not come here because we had Japanese in internment camps? I mean,
Well, what's really sad is the satellites in the air that are commercial, not military or government, but there's enough satellites in the air to focus down on these Weaver camps, or and now they say there's 2 or 3 of them, not just one.
Yeah.
With millions, not these aren't.
Yeah.
This is as bad as Nazism. I heard a commentator refer to Anthony Fauci is the mingle of the 21st century, like from in Nazi land that did all the testing on children and Jews during World War II. Mm-hmm. And you look at it now. Hey, we're lucky. We've got 11 variants now. Oh my gosh, the new one's called Omicron, and I've nicknamed it. I'm first on this. This got to go mile. It's I've renamed it to Omicron. It's Omicron. It's less infective, less virulent, and weak. So here we go. 11 different variations, weakening the virus. Nature is naturally weakening the virus for us. How great is this? So
there we are.
Yeah.
All right, we need to remind you of a couple things. One is, if you like the show, hey, why not subscribe? And like us and comment. Leave a comment if you like this kind of commentary, or if you don't, that's all right too.
That's true. I like us. I think we're pretty cool.
And we do this with StreamYard. If you'd like to make podcasts like this yourself or videos like this yourself, we use Streamline. They have a free version and a pay version. And also, if you'd like to support the show monetarily, there's lots of perks for doing that. So we would hope that you would do that.
So perk up and join in.
Yeah.
Perk up and join. Gotta go there. I gotta go there.
It's a wonderful time. So hey, we thank you. All right, Shane, I think that's going to wrap us up for today. Okay. We'll be back Thursday, same time, with another video podcast. So hopefully you will join us then. So Shane's in Canada. I'm in Bozeman, Montana. And life is good, even in spite of all the racism that's out there.
Please share with all your friends and any platform, social platform you can use or know how to. We would really appreciate an expanded audience so we could have even more fun.
Amen. All right. That'll do it for us. Thanks for watching.